Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine a seemingly quiet summer job, right? The kind you take just to earn a few bucks. And suddenly it just spirals into something ripped straight from a Hollywood thriller.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about a legendary, reclusive film star, a publishing house, and then bam, without warning, a devastating fire, a multi-million-dollar film heist, and a mysteriously vanished manuscript.
Yeah, it sounds completely wild, like a movie plot.
But it's the real-life adventure we're diving into today.
Indeed. And we've been given this fascinating stack of source material, excerpts from a story detailing the investigations of the three investigators, Jupiter Jones, Pete Crenshaw, and Bob Andrews.
The classic team.
Exactly. And our mission today, it's really to go beyond just the plot summary. We want to extract the most important nuggets of knowledge, insights from this thrilling tale.
Connecting things that seem unrelated.
Precisely. Connecting seemingly unrelated events and really showing you the brilliance behind their deductions, how they put it all together.
That's right. So today, you're basically getting the shortcut to being truly well-informed on a case that blends, old Hollywood secrets, the dash of rumored witchcraft.
Which gets really interesting.
Corporate intrigue and this web of deception so tangled, it really takes a genius to unravel. We'll be uncovering how our young detectives peeled back the layers of what looked like a double disaster at first.
And revealed some surprising truths behind something called a magic circle.
Right.
And we'll piece together not just that a fire, a multi-million-dollar film theft, and a missing book manuscript are all connected, but how these connections were actually made. You'll see how the investigators used, sharp deduction, relentless research.
And a bit of daring, too, let's be
Oh,
honest.
absolutely. A bit of daring to expose the true culprits and their complex motives, really revealing the psychology behind their whole elaborate scheme.
Okay, so where does it all begin?
Well, our story kicks off with our favorite young detectives, the three investigators,
Jupiter, Pete, and Bob.
taking on summer jobs at Amigos Press. It's a publishing house run by this good-natured guy, Beefy Tremaine.
Beefy Tremaine, great name.
Isn't it? But he often finds himself at odds with his elegant but, pretty disdainful Uncle William Tremaine.
Ah, family dynamics.
Always. It seems
Yeah.
like a typical summer, but yeah, the calm definitely won't last.
So what's the big deal at Amigos Press then? What's happening?
Well, the big buzz, the thing generating excitement, is the upcoming publication of the memoirs of Madeline Bainbridge,
Okay, the film star.
the film star. A truly legendary figure, but very reclusive, classic Hollywood mystery type.
Right.
And her business, her whole private world, really, is handled exclusively by Marvin Gray. He used to be her chauffeur.
Wow.
Now he's her business manager. He's the gatekeeper, basically. Controls all access to this star who hasn't been seen publicly in years.
Okay, so total control.
Seems like it.
Okay.
And then, one fateful evening, the quiet hum of Amigos Press, which is housed in this charming, historic adobe building, it's shattered. The building goes up in flames. And our investigators, they're caught inside.
Oh, no.
Thankfully, they're rescued, but the fire is far from the only catastrophe that night.
Right, the double disaster.
Absolutely. That inferno at Amigos Press was just the beginning. Simultaneously, at the same time, a multi-million-dollar collection of valuable film negatives.
Belonging to Bainbridge.
Belonging to Madeline Bainbridge, yeah. They'd just been sold to Video Enterprises, and they were stolen from the adjacent Filmcraft laboratory.
Wow. And someone got hurt.
Yeah, a technician was assaulted during the heist, and the thieves brazenly demanded a $250,000 ransom.
$250,000, that's serious.
Very serious. And the timing, of these two events, it really suggests a coordinated strike, something far beyond just coincidence.
Okay, so fire, major film theft. What else could go wrong?
Well, as if a devastating fire and a multi-million-dollar film heist weren't enough, there's a third blow.
Go on.
Beefy Tremaine's personal copy of Madeline Bainbridge's manuscript.
The one he saved from the fire.
The very one. He'd heroically saved it from the burning building, and then it's stolen directly from his apartment.
Unbelievable. So 3 major incidents all swirling around Madeline Bainbridge.
Exactly. It's an escalating mystery, and the stakes just keep getting higher.
Okay, this is where it gets really weird, right? The witchcraft angle.
This is where it takes a turn towards the truly intriguing, Beefy, desperate about his stolen manuscript. He mentions it contained scandalous gossip.
About who?
Specifically, a story about a director named Alexander Deschamps. And Beefy described him as a magician and black witch who wore a pentacle.
A pentacle, the five-pointed star thing.
That's the one, often associated with mystical or, occult practices. And this immediately piques Jupiter's razor-sharp curiosity. He starts thinking, is there a witch connection to this whole mess?
So Jupe's brain starts worrying.
Instantly. And what's fascinating here is how Bob's meticulous research comes into play. He digs into witchcraft and finds insights into what's sometimes called the old religion. He finds it's often seen as this fertility cult where groups, frequently called covens, typically consisted of 13 members.
13. Okay, that number sounds familiar.
Right. And these covens sometimes met in places like old cemeteries, performing rites on special dates known as sabbats.
Sabbats, like specific holidays.
Exactly. Dates like April 30th, August 1st, Halloween, October 31st, and the second eve of February. This sort of academic understanding gives them a crucial framework. Is Bainbridge's magic circle real, or is it just theatrics?
And while Bob's looking up ancient rituals, Pete's digging into Bainbridge's past. And he unearths this striking piece of evidence, a faded photo from an Academy Awards dinner.
What's in the photo?
It shows what was actually called, publicly, Madeline Bainbridge's magic circle. Guess how many people?
Let me guess. 13.
13, including Bainbridge herself and her last leading man, Ramon Desparto.
Wow.
Now here's the kicker. The date of their current investigation happens to be August 1st.
One of the sabbats Bob just found.
Exactly. For Jupiter, that was just way too much of a coincidence to ignore. He's thinking, okay, something's going on here.
That specific alignment, the date, the photo, the number 13, it sends Jupiter down a very particular path. He decides he needs to see this place for himself.
So he goes to the ranch.
He goes to Bainbridge's isolated half-moon ranch near Malibu, and his visit is just filled with these strange, almost theatrical details.
Like what?
Well, he notices the old-fashioned gowns worn by Bainbridge and her secretary, Clara Adams, like really old-fashioned.
Huh.
And even more unsettling, he spots deadly nightshade herbs in the kitchen.
Deadly nightshade. That's poison, isn't it? And used in magic rituals sometimes.
Exactly, a known poison, yeah. And Marvin Gray, the manager, he's conspicuously lying about where Bainbridge is. Jupe doesn't just sense reclusion. He senses this profound, almost manufactured isolation and something more.
He's picking up on the facade.
He's definitely picking up on the facade, the carefully curated performance.
And then he actually sees something.
Oh, yeah. Then came a truly eerie discovery. Under the moonlight, in the ranch's secluded, haunted grove, which turns out to be a former cemetery,
Of course it is.
Jupiter secretly observes Bainbridge, Clara Adams, and Marvin Gray.
Doing what?
They're dressed in black robes, performing a candlelit ritual. He is literally witnessing a Sabbath.
Whoa. Bob's research coming to life.
Right before his eyes. It's intense.
And this encounter in the grove, it wasn't just watching, right? They overheard something crucial.
Absolutely critical. During this ritual, the investigators overhear Marvin Gray making this cryptic, chilling comment about Bainbridge using her power on Ramon Desparto.
The actor who died.
The one who died in that mysterious car accident after a party at her ranch, yes.
What did Bainbridge say?
Bainbridge furiously denies harming him. But the seed, of murder by magic is planted in the investigators' minds. And this moment, it doesn't just advance the plot. It really showcases Gray's insidious manipulation. He's actively exploiting Bainbridge's deeply held beliefs, maybe misguided, maybe not, but he's using them to control her narrative, deflect suspicion.
So he's using the magic talk to cover his tracks.
That's what the investigators immediately suspect. That Gray's concern is a facade for something much darker, and that the magic might just be a convenient smokescreen for more mundane, criminal acts.
It's that interplay between belief, power, and deception.
Exactly.
So with this possibility of a real coven, or at least a very theatrical one, on the table,
Yeah.
what's the next step?
They realize they need to understand the true nature of this magic circle, so they start tracking down its surviving members.
Interviewing them.
Yeah. Because, you see, everyone has a story, and often what people don't say is as important as what they do say, especially when you mix Hollywood glamour with, genuine fear or secrecy.
Right, so who's first?
Their first stop is this crime reporter, Jefferson Long. Turns out he's an ex-actor from Bainbridge's final film, The Salem Story.
Okay, connection there.
Yeah, and he vehemently denies any coven, just flat out denies it. And he displays this clear animosity towards Bainbridge.
Why? What's his beef?
Well, his bitterness apparently stemmed from Video Enterprises prioritizing Bainbridge's film acquisition over funding his own drug abuse documentary series.
Ah, professional jealousy. Money.
Seems like it. And Jupiter, ever the astute observer, he picks up on Long's acted role as a law enforcement expert.
Right.
Something about his performance just strikes Jupe as a little too perfect, makes him suspicious.
Interesting. Okay, who's next?
Next up, a potential bombshell from Elliot Farber, who is Bainbridge's former cameraman.
What does he say?
He confirms the coven was in fact real, though he says for Madeline it was kind of an act, a way to project her persona.
Okay, so maybe not real magic, but a real group acting it out.
Sort of, but then Farber drops this truly shocking detail. He claims Bainbridge had cursed Ramon DeSparto.
Cursed him.
Wow. Told him to go hang himself just before his fatal car accident.
Whoa.
And DeSparto was later found, tragically, hanging in a tree fork, his neck broken.
That's incredibly specific and disturbing. Makes you wonder, right? Power of suggestion
Or something more. It's a vivid, almost theatrical detail that just hangs there.
So different people, wildly different stories about this circle.
Exactly. And what's fascinating here is the sheer range of perspectives you get. Actress Estelle DeBerry, who was DeSparto's former lover, she directly accuses Bainbridge of murder, absolutely convinced the curse was real.
Wow.
Meanwhile, other members, like Ted Finley, they just confirm Gray's tight control over Bainbridge's contact with the outside world, painting this picture of deliberate isolation.
Okay.
Then you have someone like Gloria Gibbs, who just dismisses the entire coven as a bore.
A bore. Right.
So this allows the investigators to piece together that the magic circle was this complex blend. True believers, reluctant participants, people being actively manipulated, maybe some just performing for a reclusive star.
It's all about sifting through those layers of belief and deception.
That's the challenge.
Okay, so while the three investigators are deep in the Hollywood occult stuff, there's still the arson case, right?
Yes, absolutely. That parallel investigation is unfolding. The arson squad is looking hard into the Amigos press fire.
And who are they looking at?
Well, initial suspicion had fallen on Uncle William Tremaine because of his known financial difficulties. Makes sense. Insurance, maybe.
Motive, yeah.
And also other employees like a Mr. Greer and significantly Mr. Harold Thomas. The pressure was definitely mounting to find who was responsible for that fire.
And this is where Pete comes back in.
And it was Pete, yeah. Tirelessly tailing Harold Thomas, the Amigos press accountant, he makes a pivotal discovery.
What does he find?
He follows Thomas to a car wrecking yard, and there he sees him with a van full of the stolen Madeline Bainbridge film negatives.
Dingo?
The films.
The actual films. But as Pete tries to call for help, he gets assaulted.
Oh no, by Thomas. He's knocked out and locked in a car trunk. But even in that terrifying moment, Pete notes his attacker was a second man who was already at the yard.
A second man. Okay, so it wasn't just Thomas. Confirms a conspiracy.
Exactly. It's crucial physical evidence connecting Thomas directly to the film theft and proving the involvement of at least one other accomplice.
Okay, now for Jupiter Jones, the aha moment. It's usually some brilliant connection, right?
It's rarely just one flash, yeah. It's more like connecting these disparate details brilliantly. So he finds a matchbook from the Java Isles restaurant in Thomas's empty apartment.
Java Isles. Indonesian food. Okay.
Right. Simultaneously, the wrecking yard owner described the man who parked the van, the accomplice, as Mr. Puck, a man with slicked back, dark hair.
Mr. Puck,
Yeah.
like Shakespeare.
Jupiter, with his encyclopedic knowledge and that amazing lateral thinking, immediately links Mr. Puck to Shakespeare's mischievous Robin Goodfellow.
Okay, where's he going with this?
From there, he makes the leap to the missing Magic Circle member, Charles Goodfellow.
Goodfellow.
He reasons that someone with a Dutch background, like Goodfellow was known to have, might appreciate Indonesian food. Hence, the Java Isles matchbook.
That is, wow. Connecting a matchbook to Shakespeare to a missing coven member's potential background.
It's not just clever, it highlights Jupiter's unique ability, right? Connecting seemingly unrelated bits of information, matchbook, literature, cultural background, truly unparalleled deductive reasoning.
So Thomas is Goodfellow.
The pieces just start clicking into place. It turns out Harold Thomas is Charles Goodfellow.
No way.
Yes, a known sneak thief from Bainbridge's past film sets, someone whose criminal activity she had even mentioned or planned to mention in her unfinished memoirs.
Okay, huge motive there to stop the book.
Huge motive. And then the clincher, they find Java Isles matchbooks in Marvin Gray's possession as well,
Gray, too.
which cements the direct connection between Gray and Goodfellow. It reveals a much deeper, more sinister conspiracy at play than anyone had initially imagined.
Wow. Okay, so Thomas is Goodfellow, connected to Gray. What about the arson evidence?
Well, back at Beefy's apartment, Jupe's keen eye spots magnesium.
The incendiary material.
Exactly, key material for starting a fire. And it's found in William Tremaine's jacket.
Oh, so it looks like William did do it?
Initially, yeah, it seems to implicate William directly in the arson, but Jupiter's mind races ahead. He quickly deduces it must have been planted.
Planted. To frame him.
To frame William, which effectively clears him from suspicion in Jupiter's mind. It was a clever, if cruel, red herring by the real culprits.
Okay, so William's likely innocent. What about Bainbridge herself in all this?
A return visit to Madeline Bainbridge's house reveals the true extent of her predicament.
How so?
She had been systematically drugged by Gray, not for some ritualistic purpose, but purely to isolate and control her, keep her foggy, dependent.
Oh, that's horrible.
And her memoirs, they weren't actually finished. The copy delivered to Beefy was a hastily handwritten version Gray had made himself.
So he faked the finished manuscript.
Looks like it. And Bainbridge, now alert because the investigators helped her, she confirms Goodfellow's thieving past, which, of course, would have been exposed in her actual memoirs.
Giving Goodfellow a very clear motive to prevent the book's publication and, participate in the theft and maybe the fire.
Absolutely.
So Bainbridge is awake, alert, and knows she's been manipulated. What now?
Well, with all this new explosive information, Bainbridge, she bravely agrees to play along, to set a trap.
How?
She calls Jefferson Long to her house, uses the tantalizing prospect of finally discussing her memoirs as bait.
Luring Long in.
Exactly. Meanwhile, Gray is overheard on a phone call, desperately trying to get money from Charlie.
Charlie, good fella.
Confirming their connection right when they need it. The stage is set. It's all coming together for a dramatic, inevitable confrontation.
Okay, the final showdown. This sounds intense.
And that confrontation is absolutely explosive. Beefy, a now cleared William Tremaine, and the three investigators arrive at Bainbridge's house.
And who's there?
They find Charles Goodfellow, still playing the part of Harold Thomas, holding the stolen manuscript.
He has the manuscript.
Then Jefferson Long arrives, walking right into the trap.
Perfect timing.
And it's Jupiter's moment to shine. He masterfully unveils the full, intricate conspiracy, piece by piece.
Okay, so walk us through it again clearly. What exactly was Marvin Gray's role in this whole scheme?
Gray, it turns out, was the primary con artist, the initial manipulator. He had copied Bainbridge's unfinished manuscript.
Right, to fake one.
Sold that copy to Amigos Press, collected the advance, and then arranged for Goodfellow to steal it back from Beefy's apartment.
Why steal it back?
His motive was pretty simple. Double-dip the advance payment, get paid twice essentially, and crucially, prevent Bainbridge from ever finding her own publisher, keep her under his thumb.
Maintaining his total control over her and her finances. Got it.
Exactly.
And Charles Goodfellow, a.k.a. Harold Thomas, the arson and the manuscript theft. How did he fit in?
Goodfellow was the muscle and the arsonist. He was the one who physically set the fire at Amigos Press.
Using the magnesium.
Using magnesium he got from an old pharmaceutical job he had, apparently, along with keys he duplicated from Beefy's office. Clever, sneaky.
Yeah.
Then he followed through by stealing the manuscript from Beefy's apartment. All at Gray's instruction, to further complicate things and serve Gray's financial deceit.
Okay, Gray the planner, Goodfellow the operative. What about Jefferson Long, the crime reporter? His connection.
Long was the true mastermind behind the big one, the multi-million-dollar film theft.
Mastermind, not Gray.
Long was behind the film theft specifically. He recruited Goodfellow as his accomplice, leveraging a connection they had from some prior drug investigation Long was involved in.
Okay, why did Long do it?
Long's motivation was pure revenge, basically. He was furious about the cancellation of his drug abuse documentary series by Video Enterprises.
The company that bought Bainbridge's films.
Exactly. Especially when they prioritized acquiring Bainbridge's old films instead of funding his project. So he and Goodfellow brutally knocked out the film technician, orchestrated the whole ransom demand.
Hoping to get rich and lash out at Bainbridge and the company he felt wronged him.
Precisely. A twisted kind of justice in his mind, maybe?
And then the final twists during the confrontation.
Oh, yeah. Pete, who was assaulted at the wrecking yard, he reveals the chilling truth. Long was the second man who attacked him, trying to silence him.
Whoa. Long himself.
Long himself. Then William Tremaine, remember him, the uncle, now a hero, he brandishes a gun.
Things are getting heated.
Very. In the ensuing chaos, Beefy tackles Thomas Goodfellow. His wallet falls open, revealing this load of keys, including keys to Beefy's apartment and that pharmaceutical firm where Goodfellow worked.
Proof, confirming all of Jupe's deductions.
Undeniable proof. And Marvin Gray, seeing it all fall apart, makes this desperate bid for freedom, tries to escape in Beefy's car.
Does he make it?
Nope. Crashes it spectacularly. His fate is sealed, along with his co-conspirators. Justice finds way, it seems, even if it's messy.
Wow. What an ending to the confrontation. So the aftermath, how does it all shake out legally?
Well, with the case closed, the full picture emerges. Later confirmed, apparently, by Alfred Hitchcock himself in the narrative source.
Of course.
Marvin Gray, though injured in his crash, is sent to prison for the sophisticated swindling of Bainbridge, mainly.
Okay. And Long?
Jefferson Long is arrested. The ransom money is found in his car. His reputation as a crime fighter, utterly destroyed. Career over.
Rightfully so.
Goodfellow. Charles Goodfellow, alias Harold Thomas, also arrested. His criminal past, grand larceny, arson, finally catches up to him.
And William Tremaine is okay.
William Tremaine, previously under suspicion, is entirely cleared. The magnesium planted to frame him is seen for what it was, a final desperate act by the conspirators.
Good for him. And what about Madeline Bainbridge, the heart of this whole mystery? Does she just fade away again?
That's maybe the most interesting part. Now, free from Gray's control, free from the constant drugging, she truly transforms.
How so?
She decides to end her reclusion. She actually plans a grand party for her old magic circle.
Really? After all that?
Yeah. And remarkably, the sources say she still looks beautiful and youthful after all these years, which she attributes to her health foods and, more pointedly, her belief in her own power.
Still believes in the magic, then? Or the power of belief itself?
Seems like it. She even playfully credits her magic with improving Beefy's clumsiness. It suggests that even after this rational unraveling of all the crimes, that lingering belief in the mystical, or maybe just the power of self-belief, remains a core part of who she is.
Fascinating.
And in a classic move, Hitchcock, with his typical dry wit, apparently declines her party invitation.
What does he say?
He quips, "I am not at all nervous about witches, especially charming ones like Miss Bainbridge. However, when it comes to health foods, well, there I draw the line."
Huh. Perfect Hitchcock. Okay, so wrapping this up. What does this deep dive into the mystery of the magic circle truly mean for us, the listeners?
Well, this isn't just a thrilling detective story, is it? Although it certainly is that.
Definitely.
It's really a profound testament to how complex these webs of deceit can be woven, not just from, financial desperation or old school Hollywood ambition.
But from personal grudges, too, like Long's.
Exactly. And the exploitation of deeply held beliefs, even if those beliefs are about magic or personal power, Gray using Bainbridge's beliefs against her.
Yeah. It really highlights how our past choices, our beliefs, whether genuinely magical or just a manufactured persona, how they can ripple through decades, impacting so many lives.
And you've seen, through the investigators, how keen observation, relentless research, and that ability to connect seemingly disparate facts, how that can unravel even the most intricately planned conspiracies. It's the power of critical thinking, really.
Absolutely. And for you, our curious listener, maybe here's a final thought to chew on as you go about your day. How often do we, maybe like Madeline Bainbridge in a way, allow ourselves to become so isolated, or maybe just so trusting, that we miss the crucial clues about the true intentions of people around us?
That's a great question.
And how might we, in our own lives, get better at identifying these subtle magic circles or hidden agendas that might be shaping our reality, separating genuine belief from clever manipulation?
Yeah, consider the power of belief, both in oneself, like Bainbridge perhaps regained, and maybe in the unseen, but also how easily that power can be twisted and manipulated by others for their own gain. What stands out to you from this incredible tale of Hollywood secrets and hidden magic?